Hi, Amanda. All right. So, parentheses photography. It doesn't look like you really have a logo, which totally fine. Don't need a logo. Not a critique on that. Um, and honestly, having a logo can throw off your brand. So, totally cool. You have cookies. Okay, we'll X out of that. All right. So, you're the premier family and motherhood photographer in Dallas Fort Worth. Perfect. Easy. My brother is in DFW, actually. Um, so let's see. You have lots of links up here. We have home, what to expect, my work, which I'm assuming those are portfolios, have about, questions, contact, and specials. Okay. Now, as a client, the first thing I would do is actually start scrolling. Your work is beautiful. It's warm, it's emotional, it's engaged. This is just stunning. So yes, very awesome. All right, let's see. Too often the pull of doing overtakes the desire of being. We've conditioned to think intimate objects, perfection in our home take precedence over the human beings that dwell within. When instead your family's most precious moments happen when you are just being. Those are your in-between moments that make your family unique, no matter how ordinary you think you are. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. View my recent work. Okay, and inquire, and then there's you. Okay. And that doesn't look like it's fully loading, but that's okay. All right. Okay, so we're having some formatting things happening here that's kind of weird. Okay, so I don't think you need this here at all. I think you can get rid of the words over your photos. Don't think it's needed. Your your business name is up here on the top. Totally fine. And then it says family, maternity, newborn, motherhood in the Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex. In Metroplex? What is this word? I don't know what that word means. I've never seen that word. If it's a regional term, cool. But I don't have any idea what that word means as a Floridian. Okay, anyway. This information needs to be the very first thing up at the top. Okay? And I like this premier family and motherhood photographer in Dallas Fort Worth way better than this. Okay? You can say something like this and put it down in your footer. Like your footer down here, use the DFW family maternity photographer, expand on that. List it out. Okay? You can say family, maternity, newborn, motherhood, baby, photographer, family, photographer, whatever, serving Dallas, Fort Worth, and list out all of the areas around Dallas, Fort Worth that you serve. Like that can be your footer, and it should be, honestly. Like, I can show you mine real quick. Can kind of show you what I have written in my footer. So like my main thing is nature-based on location newborn photographer in Southwest Florida, right? But my footer says an exclusive Fort Myers, Florida birth and outdoor newborn photographer providing specialized services from birth to 1 year located in Lehigh, Florida. Birth and newborn photographer servicing Southwest Florida, including Cape, Lehigh, Estero, Bonita, Fort Myers, and Naples. List it out. Okay? List it out in your footer. But your top point here, I like premier family and motherhood photographer in DFW. That should be right up above, like right under your photo, but right above this paragraph. That should be what it says. And then have this beautiful paragraph, okay? And then I am going to see what you have on each of these pages. Are they informational or are they just portfolios? We will find out. Just a little information, and then it is mostly portfolio. Okay. Same thing. Same thing. Beautiful. Okay, I love that you have information on each of these pages. Make sure it's formatted the same way. So this, you have this nice padding on the sides here, but on newborn and maternity and family, it goes full width. So be aware of that. Personally, I like this better. This is much easier to manage on your eyes. Because as you can see, I work on a really wide screen. And I know on mobile, this will shrink in and it won't be as big of a deal. But on a computer, full width is very hard to read. So I would make sure that you have it shrunk in. Also, you don't need 2 headers here. That's like, there's a huge gap here that I don't really need to see. I don't think you need this at all. Parentheses, photography, families. Just say family photography. Family photography right here at the top, and then get rid of this, whatever gap is happening here, you don't need it. You just need one title and then the information and then your photos. Same thing for maternity, right? I love baby bumps galore. You could totally have this say baby bumps galore. Or better for Google is maternity photography. And I know that's sucky, but you have to do some things for Google. So I would say maternity photography, okay? Same thing here, newborn lifestyle photography, or newborn lifestyle sessions. You could say that. You could say maternity sessions, family sessions. It's totally up to you, but you want to get rid of this gap, and you don't need this secondary title with your business name. Yeah, I really feel like it's just motherhood sessions, and then have your paragraph, and then have your photos. Now, you do need another link in here, and we're going to talk a lot about creating a path. Okay? Creating a path is like the most important part of your website, and it's getting your potential clients from point A to point B. Point A being your homepage, point B being your contact page. And your goal is to get them to your contact page as quickly as possible while giving them as much information as possible without overwhelming them or underwhelming them. And right now we have some formatting things happening both on your homepage and on these portfolio pages. All right, so before we keep going here, I am going to pop open your other links because I want to see what to expect. I love the big photo at the top. Beautiful. Oh, that is massive. That's way too big. Okay. These are huge. He's a dog turkey. Whew. So your fonts are massive. I really kind of wondering how this would look on mobile. Like, would this look better on mobile? I kind of want to open it on my phone and see what it looks like. I'm actually just going to squish it a little bit here. Boop. Okay, so on your formatting is weird. It's pushing white over gray there. So on mobile, this probably looks amazing. Like for sure. This looks, I am positive that this looks incredible on mobile. And that's good. Most people are viewing your stuff on mobile. So that's good that it looks good on mobile. However, on a computer, it does not translate as well. So you need to make sure that your that it looks good on both, because you do still have people using a computer. And it needs to translate both ways. Now, most website builders are either mobile optimized, or they have a way for you to view it both ways and edit both ways. So like, I know when I go and edit my website, I can click a little phone icon and it'll show me the phone version, and I can edit that. And then I can flip back over to my computer version and I can edit them. And I can edit them separately, which is awesome. But you need to make sure that whatever you're doing translates both ways. And while this translates very nicely like this on a narrow scroll, it doesn't, except for this, whatever's going on here, this needs to be black font on your background. Yeah, I mean, I like the words, I like what is going on. However, once we're huge here on a website, like on a computer, it's not translating well. So you are going to have some work to do here as far as formatting. So right now, formatting seems to be your one of your big problems. And that this just doesn't translate, I think, the way you want it to. This is huge. And it does not, it just doesn't quite work. Your words are good. Your words are good. This is massive. That does not need to be that massive. And then these are so tiny. And I know on the mobile, it puts them in like a nice column, which works, but on the computer it doesn't. So you do need to work on formatting this page so that it translates better to a computer. Oh, I see. This is over top of a photo on the computer, but this is not on mobile. So I don't know, have you looked at your website on your phone? Like, maybe it was just me shrinking it down. Okay, I am actually going to open your website on my phone real quick. Photography.com. Okay. So I'm actually going to open it up on my phone real quick so I can kind of see what's going on here. Okay, and I want to go to what to expect. Yeah, it translates pretty nicely on mobile. But yeah, but this section right here that I'm on, it doesn't, because it's white on gray. So definitely compare, sit there and look at your website on your phone and look at your website on the computer, okay? Because it needs to look good on both. And that's, that can be hard, but you need to make sure that it's translating in both ways, all right? And it's not right now. This is like, that's huge. Look at it. I have a 24-inch screen. That is my entire screen. It does not need to be that way, okay? So definitely consider shrinking some of this down on the computer. Okay, but I like your words. I like what's going on. It's just very confusing as far as viewing it. It's very overwhelming. Okay, I'll show you mine in a minute. Okay, so we already looked at those. Does your top link go somewhere? It does. Okay, so either make this top link unclickable, so disable the top menu, or you need a call to action here. So instead of a review, say choose the session type you're interested in, and then they'll know to click on one of these things. So either, like I said, either give them an action, tell them what to do, or disable the top link. I honestly would just disable the top link if you can. Okay, let's see. Your about page, questions, contact, and oh yeah, okay, see, so yes, you can disable the top link. That's disabled. So disable it over here too. Okay. Fall minis, Christmas studio, Christmas minis. Okay, I am gonna go ahead and tell you that I hate this. And I don't mean I hate mini sessions. I hate that mini sessions are obvious up in your main menu when they are seasonal offerings. Okay? Minis are seasonal or monthly or whatever, but minis are something that you like put into a blog or on your social media or something like that. It's not something that goes up into the main area of your website. All right? So I don't think you need a link here to specials and mini sessions. That is just unnecessary. Because your website is your calling card for full sessions. That is what your website is for. Your mini sessions, again, if you had a blog, that would be the place for it. Or even in, I'm assuming questions is FAQ, totally put it in your FAQ. Like one of the questions could be, do you offer mini sessions? Absolutely. Here are the current mini sessions that we offer, that I offer, right? That could be where that goes. I would not have it as a link up at the top. All right. This is sort of a weird answer. I would say that you'll get a proofing gallery with X amount to X amount, and you'll be able to choose the ones you love. And if that's all of them, then you can have all of them. But like this is sort of a non-answer and it's kind of strange. Metroplex is the word. Metroplex. Yeah. You are misspelled. Where were we? Okay. Turnaround time, cool, client closet. Cool. I wouldn't say it isn't huge yet, but it's gorgeous. I would say I have a small, highly curated closet, including Reclamation, Baltic Born, and Free People, and more. See the difference? So saying it isn't huge yet, but it's gorgeous. Nah, don't say that. Say it's highly curated. Right? Highly curated. It's small, but you've curated it, right? You don't have to say it's small or it isn't huge. Just say a highly curated closet with gorgeous dresses from Reclamation, Baltic Born, Free People, and more. Done, right? Always shift into the positive. Always shift into the positive. So you say the same thing, but right, it isn't huge yet is sort of like, well, I'm getting there, but it's not great. You know, like, no, don't do that. It's little things in your wording that can make all the difference. All right. Yeah, and I even have some outfits for newborn to 3T. So ask me if you're looking for something specific. Yeah, like cool. Beautiful. Please reach out. I'm happy to answer all your questions. Okay, that's perfect. Yes. And then you ask them to contact you. Beautiful. So this is one of the main things I want you to think about on your website is we're creating a path, right? That's what we were talking about. Getting from your home page to your contact page. So you absolutely have to make sure that all of the pages on your website bring your potential clients back to the path. Oh, and I really don't like the menu at the bottom that's popping stuff up. You really don't need the menu at the bottom. It's kind of weird. Okay. So that's good. All right. Let's do the thing. Message me. I cannot wait to hear from you. And your contact. Perfect. Oof. Get a contact form that is unbranded. I don't know who your website is through, but I highly doubt you need a form builder like this. Honestly, Google Forms will, I think, let you embed without branding. Like this, this screams, I'm not paying for stuff, right? And while that's fine, you don't have to pay for stuff. You also don't want branding from other companies on your website like this, okay? Subtle, but serious. Otherwise, I like your form. It's very simple. It's very straightforward, and that is ideal. Okay. Fall minis. One weekend in September. So this is over. Get rid of it. And that was it. Just, oh, there you go. So they're all booked. Oh, October 15th. Okay. All right, but these are over. Okay. What is, and it takes you out to Irisworks. Okay, don't do this. This is, oof. Okay. I honestly would just get rid of this or hide it. Like if people are looking for fall sessions, then you can send them this page separately, but I wouldn't have these live on your website. I just wouldn't. Especially because you're pushing them out, and you don't ever want to send someone away from your website. Oh gosh. Okay, and then this is a huge turnoff right here. Huge turnoff. I know you need to put that in there, but having all of these things right up front is it's a turnoff. Okay, I would get rid of all of the mini session stuff on your website. Honestly, I don't think you need it. And this is confusing, quite honestly. We have 2 locations. First location, second location. Slots, retainer. Okay, I mean, that's fine. I don't think this needs to be on your website though. This just takes away from what you're actually doing. Okay? I would just get rid of this. I would, or hide it, and then when you can link to these pages like from your social media, or if you had a blog, this would be great information for a blog, but it does not need to be a link up here on the top at all. Okay? It just doesn't. It's distracting, and the pages, again, they're not formatted totally great. So, yeah, I would just send, and I wouldn't link out. I would just send this information to people when they're ready to book. I would not have it really be clickable. Yeah, I would just get rid of this altogether. It's not doing anything for your brand, honestly. Okay. So yeah, I would just remove that from the website or hide it, and then only send this to people when they're looking for mini sessions, or again, link it to your questions page. Do you offer mini sessions? Yes, I do. Here's all the information. And then you can link to fall minis, Christmas minis, and Christmas studios, right? Those can all be linked through your questions. I would not have it linked up here in your menu. Okay. Your work. So this is your portfolio. Yes, I went through all of that. And this is your about. Hi, y'all. I love that you use y'all. I use y'all too. You are adorable. So Amanda, get in touch to create your own magic and links over to contact. Good. I don't know that I would link over to contact though. I would honestly link over to this what to expect page. This needs to be your goal. Okay. Reformat this page. I'll show you mine real quick. Okay. So this is my current about page, and you can see my fonts are smaller. Like, compare it here. Like, this is huge, right? You need to make sure that it's smaller on a desktop. It needs to be much more manageable. So my titles, again, they're smaller. So again, I have this information, right? And you have all of this on yours. So you have information, and then you have what you get. So like, yeah, actually I have the same thing. This is what you get. And I pinpoint my stuff. And on mobile, it looks very similar to yours does on mobile. Everything is smaller and it lines up, and that's good. But what's happening is yours isn't translating to desktop. So you do need to fix it on desktop because your titles are massive. They go full width, and that's not good. So then again, and I have how it works and still want more. And then now I'm ready, which goes over to contact. So, and I link over to my FAQs and I link over to my portfolio, but my goal, and I think your goal is going to be the same, is home info contact. Oops. Home info contact is your goal. So right here we have your home page, right? Instead of saying view my recent work, you need to have learn more about sessions, or learn more, or more about sessions, or or what to expect from your session, and link them over to this page, okay? Which you do need to reformat. And then on this page, you need a contact point. And you do. This is get in touch. Perfect. Perfect. All the information is here. You just need to reformat it. Honestly, that's the only issue with this page, is it's not formatted. And I know you can see it as I'm scrolling. It's just, it's too big. So yeah, I mean, everything is here. It's formatted nice. I mean, it's, the words are good. The order is good. You've got all the links in the right places, but it's too big. Okay. You have to fix your formatting on desktop because it's not working. And that's the big thing there. And then we have about you, which is perfect. I would link this instead of getting in touch. I would link it over to the what to expect page. Same thing here on these pages, on your portfolio pages, you need to link over to your what to expect. Okay. More info about sessions, or learn more about working with me, or just learn more about sessions. You need a link out of these pages because right now you don't have that. Every single page on your website needs to link back to that path. Home, info, contact. Home, info, contact. Every single page on your website. So all of these portfolio pages, you have to have a link back over to your session info. Okay? All 4 of these. You have these little paragraphs, and I love that. That's perfect. But you need a link over before we dive into the photos. So definitely have a link back over to wherever you want them to go. For example, if they end up on my portfolio, I have a little blip, and my about sessions. Go learn more. It takes them over to session info. And then my internet is very slow right now. my portfolio loads. So you could see that's all a thing. If they end up on my about the photographer page, right? It has FAQs, portfolio, and session info. I actually do need to redo my links here. I don't like what's going on. And I mean, there are things that I need to redo on my own website. It happens. And that's the thing, is your website will never be like done. We're always evolving. We're always changing. We're always fixing. And that's totally fine. Google likes when you edit your web pages. So like, don't think that it's like a set it and forget it. Google likes when you update things. Okay. So don't be afraid to go in monthly and fix little things here and there, or switch a sentence around, or change it up, because Google does like when you make edits. All right. It shows that you're active, and it shows that you're fixing things and changing things and evolving, and that's a good thing. So don't be afraid to go in and change stuff. I love the way this is formatted. I love the photo in the background, and I love the photos on the side, and I love the hand-drawn fonts that's happening. This vibe, I would love to see pulled through your entire website. Honestly, whatever this font is, the Hey Y'all, I'd love to see parentheses photography in this font right up at the top. I really feel like that alone could like bring it all together really beautifully. This is a whole image, isn't it? This is not font on your website. Okay, so this is a problem that you're gonna run into. Google can't read this. Google doesn't like this. This needs to be readable, okay? And I'm going to pop back over to my own website again and show you that when you have a good website builder, look, my fonts are on top of a background, okay? Like, this is a thing. All of the words, like, look, all the words on your website need to be words, or Google's not going to find you. They cannot be embedded in images like this. All right? Because Google's not seeing any of this. And that's not good. This is just a blank page to Google. And we don't want that, right? So you are going to have to absolutely get formatting. All right? This is, it's a good start. Don't get me wrong, right? But we definitely need, I'll get the experience, my work, and questions. All right, cool. I do like this. But this, I love the way it looks, but unfortunately, this is not going to work for Google. All right, so you are going to have to figure out how to reformat this page in a way that, well, here, like my about page honestly isn't formatted far off from that. I've got my photos on the side. I could filter them if I wanted to, or change the shape. I have my about, I have my little fluffy title, and I've got my stuff at the bottom. So, I mean, you can do that. You just have to figure out the formatting, and on whatever your website is done through, I'm sure there's an option to do it. But Google does not like this at all. Google's not seeing this page. Okay, so your main thing is formatting. Totally honestly. You've got the words. You've got the words. You've almost got a path. But you need to reform. Woof, I just said that was loud. You need to reformat some things. So, all right, so your homework. I would get rid of the title here. I would totally change this into just that font. Make your logo just that font that you have all over your website. It's not even on this page. This font, do parentheses photography in that font and put it right here. And that will honestly like change the whole vibe of your website. And I think it will help a lot. All right, so then you're going to take Premier Family and Motherhood Photographer in DFW, and you're going to put that as the very top thing right here. You can keep this paragraph. I like it. But then instead of view my recent work, you're going to say, learn more about the experience or learn more about sessions. And you're going to link over to the what to expect page. You need to reformat this so that it looks good on desktop and mobile. Whatever that takes, whatever that means for you, the formatting on this is not working. This is massive. That's not good. That's too much of a scroll. It's too much space. It needs to be much smaller. Same with this. So all the information is here. I like the information, but then things like this photo isn't showing up on mobile. It's putting the white font against the gray background and it's not translating. So you do need to work on your formatting and make sure it all looks good on both mobile and on desktop. Okay. So you're going to have to do some playing and experimenting. But I honestly think you'd benefit from hiring a pro. But I know that's expensive and that's a lot. So there's still plenty that you can do on your own, I feel. But reformatting this so it looks good on both things is absolutely necessary, okay? So your goal is getting them from your home page over to that experience page, right? Then you can I would put this hey y'all in right here. I would flip-flop these things. So you can still have all of these things on your homepage, but that very first link needs to go over to your informational page. So again, I use my own website a lot as an example. But I can show you I have my opener with my photos. I have your family is growing. We go about the experience, scroll down, and it's hey there, it's about me, right? It's totally fine. Your about you, your portfolio, that can be on your homepage. That is totally fine. But your very first link needs to tell them to go do something. All right? And I mean, it needs to tell them to go where you want them to go. And that is going to be to this what to expect page. So you're going to say, learn more about the experience. Learn more about sessions. And it's going to take them over to that what to expect. And the what to expect takes them over to contact. Everything else, all these portfolio pages, again, you need to add links to those. Shrink up this, only one title, shrink up the space, put in a link, more info, learn more about sessions. Link over to that page. On your about page, beautiful, love it. Get in touch. I wouldn't say get in touch. I would honestly say learn more about sessions and push them over to that what to expect page. This is going to be your calling card right here, but you've got to redo the formatting on it. Let's see, same thing. Your questions page. We sort of went through this a little bit. Yeah, contact me. Love it. Yeah. Contact me is fine on questions, and then your contact page was good. Just need to figure out a different form or something. I mean, you have Irisworks. Doesn't Irisworks have an embeddable form? Like, why wouldn't you keep all of that in the same point? You're already paying for a service. You might as well use it. So Irisworks should have an embeddable contact form that you could put on here. And then I would get rid of specials and mini sessions. So otherwise, I mean, I feel like you have watched some of my videos because this is pretty good. You're in order of where you want them to go. That's great. Home, what to expect, your portfolio, about you, questions, contact. Beautiful. The order is there. You just... you really got to do some formatting and create the path through your website. Okay, so those are your two big things, is the path and the formatting, because you've got a lot of weird stuff going on, especially on your what to expect page. Yeah. So there you go. So that is your homework. All right. Is the formatting, making sure that the website looks good on both desktop and mobile. It's got to look good on both. It's not one or the other. It has to look good on both. Even though like only 25% of people really come through desktop, that's still like a quarter of people, right? And honestly, I don't know. Your website, mine's like half and half. But if you're hooked up with Google Analytics, it'll tell you where people are coming from and where people are viewing your site from, whether it's a cell phone or a tablet or their desktop. It will tell you. You know exact percentages when you use Google Analytics, and I highly, highly, highly recommend it if you haven't already hooked it up to your computer, or to your website. So that's your homework, is reformatting all of those things that I've talked about, and then creating that path through your site. All right, and making sure that every single page links back around to either what to expect or over to contact. All right. And then honestly, yeah, I would, it's okay to not have branding, but I really love that hand-drawn font you're using on some of your stuff. And I would totally just create a logo with just that font, just parentheses photography in whatever that font is, and just put it right up in the spot. And that will be perfect, honestly. And then just like you have like on your about page, work it in. And you have on your what to expect page, it's the same font. I love this font. It's beautiful. And you're pulling it in all over your website. I really feel like if this were your logo font, just parentheses photography, don't get fancy with it. Just have that be your logo. It will translate so beautifully and it will pull it all together. Okay? So formatting and path. Those it doesn't sound like a lot, but I know just from what we've gone through, you're going to be working on this for a little while, especially if you're not totally familiar with website building. Eventually, I think you would benefit from hiring a professional for your website. But for now, you just need to make sure that it looks good on both desktop and mobile. Okay? If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Otherwise, good luck. Your work is beautiful. And your words are wonderful. So it literally is formatting. That's your biggest thing right now, is just literally making it look good and tailored and creating that solid path through your site. All right. So we'll talk soon if you need it. Otherwise, good luck and have fun.